So I was finally able to get one of these boxes at MSRP to open up for the channel. Now here's the thing about this box, right? $39.99. You get 3 promo cards, you get this little standee display, and you get 6 booster packs. Guys, I remember back when premium collections would come with like 8 or 9 packs for $39.99. And they would still come with cool stuff like things like this. It wouldn't come with like little standees because I feel like this is a newer item. But you would get cool collectibles, you would get your promo cards, and you would get more packs for your money. I'm already going to go in reviewing this product while we rip it open. Already kind of down on it because once again, the MSRP price for a product like this, hard to justify. So with that being said, we're going to open up this box once I get it open and we're going to see what's inside. And we're going to review if it's worth it. Now, when it comes to this review, we're also going to look at the collector potential in terms of sealed. Because one thing that I don't want to ignore is the fact that we do have plenty of sealed collectors in this hobby. I'm going to talk about whether or not you should keep this sealed, or if you should open it, or if it's a bad value to open, or if it's a bad value to keep sealed. Now, when it comes to the promos are not too bad. Obviously, you get your Cynthia's Garchomp. Pretty playable, pretty solid card. I love the texturing on it when I'm at an angle like this. It looks really nice. Beautiful card, beautiful texture. Then you obviously get your Cosmo foils of Gabite and Gibble. Both a little bit more solid in terms of the Cosmo foilings because it is playable. Then you get this thing. This is just a standee display. Basically, you pop these out, you put them in the display stand, and essentially you put this as like a little backdrop. As you can see, it opens up, becomes a backdrop, and you basically got Cynthia and her squad on display, which is pretty cool. Obviously, when you put Cynthia here in front of her, you put like these small ones, basically the Roselia and the Ultra Ball, so that way they don't block your view on Cynthia. And then on the individual displays, you put the larger Pokemon so they could be around Cynthia on display. And then you obviously get the mini Polaroid thing. Just like I mentioned in previous videos with like jumbo cards and stuff, I do not collect these things. I have nowhere to really put these on display, and I rather collect things like plushies or something like that, which you might not be able to see them on the webcam, but they're like back up there. I have like a display shelf for Pokemon that's just like other things. This just takes up too much space. I will put this in a box with a bunch of other TCG stuff that I don't keep, and eventually I'll have a lot on eBay for those. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and see what the pack selection is in this box. Obviously, I'm late to the game. Some of you probably already know what's inside this box, but we're still going to see nonetheless if it's worth ripping open or if it's worth keeping sealed. Now, your 6 packs is pretty interesting because obviously you get your 2 Destined Rivals, the newest set. So you always expect when it comes to these premium collections to always give you the most packs for the newest set. Like you do 222 or 2211 or 21111 when you have 6 packs, right? But there's always going to be 2 of these, and that should be the max amount of packs for any set you get. But they give us 1 Journey Together. So you would think that if they're going to give us a multi lineup, that we would get 2 Destined Rivals, 2 Journey Together. But no, they changed it up a little bit and instead gave us 3 Paradox Rift, which makes it feel like this product was created to dump out Paradox Rift more than anything. And what's disappointing about this, and I know not everybody's going to agree with this because some people missed out on Paradox Rift, but a lot of people weren't sitting here opening up packs when Paradox Rift boxes were like $80. It is a set that anybody who's been in the hobby in a while doesn't really want to see. I would have preferred them go 222. Give me 2 Paradox Rift, 2 Journey Together, 2 Destined Rivals, or 321, something like that. Having 3 Paradox Rift in a product where Paradox Rift is like 6 sets, 5 sets old, something like that, it feels bad. With that being said, we are going to still open these up. And when it comes to Paradox Rift, there are still some cards in the set that I could add to my collection I wouldn't be disappointed with, especially the Iron Valiant SIR. If I could pull Iron Valiant SIR today, I would be extremely stoked. So let's go ahead and see if these 3 Paradox Rift packs can give us something good. We got Oricorio. This is a Saya Saruta artwork. So if you want to pause right there and do some Pokeball hunting to find a hidden Pokeball, you're more than welcome to. And then Steelix, who has a beautiful IR in this set, by the way. Unfortunately, nothing out of that first pack, but that is fine. Let's go ahead and see if pack number 2 can give us something a little bit better. We got Porygon, Oricorio once again. Toadstool just strolling down the neighborhood. He's probably strolling in with a good pool chasing behind him. We got Counter Catcher. That's a pretty solid card. I don't know if it still holds a lot of value, but it is still pretty playable. We got a Shinji Kanda Absol. Beautiful card. Bounsweet. Not too bad, not too bad. Wimpod. And another Steelix holo. What is up with the Steelix? Alright, last pack. Paradox Rift number 3. Can we get anything good? We got Pumpkaboo, Zubat, Gimmighoul, Purloin, Iron Bundle, Gliscor, Future Booster Energy Capsule, Technical Machine Blindside, not the technical machine you want to see. Hey, you know what? I will take that. Iron Moth illustration rare. Alright. Illuminati confirmed. The batching issues are crazy. But you know what? Iron Moth illustration rare. I do not own this one. I don't think I really cared to collect this one that much because I actually prefer the Shinji Kanda Shrouded Fable Iron Moth and Slitherwing over their illustration rares. But I actually dig that. So I will take it. That is a nice hit. Paradox Rift coming in clutch today. But we still got 3 packs left. 1 Journey Together, 2 Destined Rivals. Obviously, a $39.99 box. You're hoping to hit something of decent value. When it comes to this set, there are some IRs and some SIRs that would be wonderful to hit. We got Pangoro, Bagon, Komala, and Dunsparce EX. Not too bad. I don't know where Dunsparce sits in terms of like EX value. I know when it was first revealed, or like when it first came out, it was a decent selling EX because it was somewhat, or at least presumed to be playable. I cannot speak on its playability. I don't know. But I know like I was giving away all my Dunsparces during pre-release to players because they were interested in trying to run Dunsparce. We got Marnie's Morgrem, Heat Rotom, Floatzel, and Steven's Metagross. Okay. We got the Metagross. Unfortunately, that card is not extremely playable, and it also has the issue of being part of a rival battle deck. Let's see. Last pack. Pineco, Clamperl, Ponyta, which has a massive print line. Let me see if I can angle it. Can you guys see that? Look at that issue. Wow. That's not even like a print line. That's like a... Oh. That's like a whole indents on the card. Like, both of these have it. Let me see if I can get the ring light. You see it? Like, these are whole indents on the card. Insanity. Team Rocket Skullbat, Archer, Ogerpon, Sudowoodo, Fortress, and Zamazenta. Womp womp. Unfortunately, not too many great hits, but you know what? 3 hits out of 6 packs is not too bad. We did end up with some really cool EXs and a great illustration rare in terms of the Iron Moth. The Iron Moth is still a really, really good Pokemon card to pull. When it comes to our promo cards, they're also still really nice. Right? Really cool promo cards. But my one problem with the box is, outside of the fact that we got 2 damage cards, which is kind of funny, my biggest problem with this box is the fact that it still costs $40+ to even find one, right? It's still very expensive to get one of these boxes. And it's unfortunate because they're cool boxes. But in a normal market, you would pay $30 for this box, right? This is a $30 box, a $35 box. This is not a $45 box. So to me personally, if you're buying this box, I would recommend buying it for your Seal collection. The fact that it's Cynthia's Garchomp, it's a fan favorite trainer and a fan favorite Pokemon. It might be a little bit better to put in your Seal collection than to rip it. But considering it's so hard to find MSRP product today, if this is the MSRP product you find and you really have that itching to rip packs, you're not getting a terrible pack selection. Obviously, I still have my nitpick about 3 Paradox Rift when it should be 3 Destined Rivals, but I still understand, like, if you really want to rip packs, this is not a bad deal if you find it on the shelf. If this is the only box you see on the shelf and you're getting it for the $39.99 price, it might be worth picking up just to have some fun. Once again, 3 hits out of 6 packs. It's pretty fun to open up, right? And I got a card that I'm definitely keeping in terms of the Iron Moth. So overall, it's a pretty solid opening experience. But it's still very pricey for the amount of packs you get. And that's one of my biggest problems with it. So I'm going to rate the product, the pack opening experience part of the product, as a 7 out of 10. Obviously, if you're buying this from somebody who's a little bit younger or somebody who has more room to display things, this might go up some points with that little standee figurine thing that comes in the box. I'm going to rate this box, though, as a collectible, like a sealed collectible. I think it's an 8 out of 10. I actually think this is a really cool product to keep in the sealed collection. So personally, I would recommend, if you're looking for a product to get in the sealed collection, picking one of these up. It is a cool product to put on display. The standee and the promo cards, as well as the pack selection, look really great displayed in the box. So personally, that's what I would recommend with this product, is to put it in your sealed collection. But at the same time, if you're looking for a pack opening experience to rip and you just want something cool and you want some cool promo cards to come with it, you're not going to have a bad time opening up this box. So personally, I just think it's a little bit of both. You can do whatever you want with your product if you pick it up, but I still have reservations about a $39.99 price tag for only 6 packs. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions about this box down below. And as always, guys, remember to keep it classy and stay awesome.